The most rewarding aspects are definitely like when we hear from the community members and they're like, I never thought that this would happen. When we had our first Front Royal Pride, which was last year, we had so many people come up to us and be like, I never expected that this would happen in a place like this. I never thought that I would see the day. And so we were like, if no one else is going to do it, we might as well. And that's just so like every time that we get those comments, it just kind of like hits us right in the heart.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Scott Turner-Scofield. I'm on the board here at SixDegrees.org, and I'm hosting a very special Pride edition of our Six Pack right here in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. And I am here with Front Royal Pride. Will y'all please introduce yourselves?
My name is Izzy France, and I'm the president, and my pronouns are they, them.
I am Rae Spangler. I am the vice president, and I go by any pronouns.
So tell us about your organization. How do you bring the mission to life?
So we started, this was actually kind of my mom's idea. I just took it and ran with it. She had the idea of having the event of Front Row Pride, and then doing some deep dive in, I found out that I had to have a business, and rather than sitting down and being like, is that something that I can do? I just did it. So yeah, 501c3, based in Front Royal, Virginia. And Front Royal is great, but it's not always the most accepting place. And growing up there was tough, to say the least. So just I'd say the most important thing for us is just trying to make sure that there's nobody else below us that grows up feeling the same feeling of isolation. I didn't come out until I was 18 and had moved out and gone to college. And then COVID happened 2 months later, and I ended up right back where I started. And now I was a little different to a lot of people. So just trying to build the community and, just show that there are people here that love you and that do want you part of the community. And so what if there's people that don't? Do you have anything that you would like to add?
Sure. So I met Izzy. I was the president of our community college's Pride Club, and I met Izzy, and within the first day that we met each other, I was like, do you want to be my vice president? And Izzy was like, do you want to join my nonprofit? So it was like a really, really quick thing that happened, but I was already kind of involved in the community, and I was so excited to be a part of something else. Because again, I did grow up in the surrounding area of Front Royal, and it can be just so hard. And both of us are very lucky to have parents and family and friends that care for us the way that they do and support us in the things that we do. But we know, and we have friends and colleagues who aren't that fortunate. And so we really kind of came at this with a level of empathy that I think makes us a little bit unique. Where's the short?
That. Well, what would you say are the most challenging and also the most rewarding aspects of this work that you're doing in Front Royal?
I think, let's start off on a good note. The most rewarding aspects are definitely like when we hear from the community members and they're like, I never thought that this would happen. When we had our first Front Royal Pride, which was last year, we had so many people come up to us and be like, I never expected that this would happen in a place like this. I never thought that I would see the day. And so we were like, if no one else is going to do it, we might as well. And that's just so like every time that we get those comments, it just kind of like hits us right in the heart. And for challenging parts, I would say just being queer in America in and of itself is rough. But I think that all of the good parts make up for it. We got a pretty good team.
One of the things that I think is the most prevalent that is said to us is we get, like, if we go to another event and we're tabling, we have so many kids, like 16 and under, that come up and they're like, I just came out to my parents. Let me tell you about it. And then we get the whole story. And sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. And that's just the unfortunate truth of it. But again, like I said earlier, having somebody that understands and has been your age and tried to figure it out themselves, being able to be somebody that knows how to help, I think, is really good to me. It's not just me. It's not just Rae. We've got, a whole team and now a whole community that we've built that is also, we don't know what to do, but we're all doing it together. So it's less isolating.
Yeah, 100%. So what do you wish people knew or understood more about your organization?
I'm gonna let you start.
Oh, okay. No pressure. I think people don't realize that we're not just by and for queer people, we're also for allies. And I mean, our mission statement is to provide education, support, and empowerment to the queer community in Front Royal. But that includes so many different types of people. I mean, both of our parents have been so supportive in this, but obviously they are going to have questions, you know what I mean? And having my mom come up to me and be like, what does this mean? Like, what does this do? Like, what is happening here? Like, I don't know what this means. Is like, that's what we're here for, is we're here to provide that like sounding board for you to ask the questions and to get the answers you need to become a better ally and to become better community members and all of that stuff. We're here for the greater good of the entire community rather than just a small portion of it. But we do so much outside of just the actual Pride event. We've done so many different like parties. We've done game nights. We have so many plans as well. So just like keeping up with us outside of the big ones,
Mm-hmm.
I would say one of the things that I wish people knew is how easy it is to volunteer. We have so many people that will come up to us, like we were just at the Virginia Wine and Craft Festival a couple weeks back, and we have people that come up and they're like, oh, I want to get involved, but I only ever just see you guys here. We have an email list that's pretty active, and we are always welcome to new ideas. Just because we're the ones that have the titles that my mom embroidered on our shirts doesn't mean that you can't be involved. It's a community organization, and we want it to be community based.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Front Royal is for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Could you share a story about a memorable moment of impact that you've experienced in your work? Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking real hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rae already talked about this earlier. I think the first time we were set up at a community event, and somebody came up and told us that I never ever thought that I would see this in my hometown. I don't know, that really got me in the moment. I am not a big crier, but I had to try really hard to not.
What was it for you?
I don't know. I think just the aspect of, like, I never thought it would either, and here I am, and quite frankly, to take credit away from myself, I don't really know, I don't really know any of this. Everything that we've done, Rae and I have learned in doing it. So, hearing it said to me, and then sitting back and thinking dang, I don't know if I ever would have expected this either, and now it's me. So I don't know, that was big. And also, when we got approved by the town to host our event last year and announced it, tough 3 weeks. I'm the only person that runs our social media, and so I got all of it. I also, great planning, posted it on Facebook and all of the local small town community groups and left for work.
Uh-oh.
So it was tough, but the special events coordinator, her name is Lizzie, she called me while I was at work that day, and she told me, she said, listen, I know, I've seen it. It looks rough right now. You are getting more positivity than anything else, but I want you to know that the town is behind you and we will support you in whatever ways that you need it, which is so, it feels so small, but it's really not, especially, like I said earlier, Front Royal is not what you would deem the most accepting community, so to have town officials call you and be like, hey, we've got your back, you're fine, really, I don't know, that was a positive punch in the gut to me.
impactful moment for you as well. That's
Thanks.
yeah, and that's really
Bueno.
cool.
Do you have anything?
I do.
No.
This is obviously a cliche, but when we were having our first Pride event, I finally had like one moment of peace where I was like sitting down in the crowd with my parents, and there was, I forget who was doing their drag number. It might have been Ava. Someone was doing a drag number, and everybody was like standing up, clapping, like dancing around, and we had expected 500 people to show up, and even that I was like, 500 people, yeah, right. But we kind of blew that out of the water, and there were just so many people that were there and just having such a good time, and I again never thought I'd see the day. And so it was just like a very big moment, like it was like one of those like I did it moments, you know what I mean? But that was definitely one for me where I was like, I'm going home and crying later tonight.
Can I say one more?
I suppose.
Rae is one of my best friends, and we decided that we would never hug until Front Royal Pride happened. And so we got there, it started, I had to get up and do my stupid little opening speech, and I hugged Rae, and it was so big, and we have not hugged since.
So one hug a year, your yearly Pride hug. I love it. I love it. That's we're in it for the hugs. 100%. Hey, how can people support your organization and get involved?
Volunteering. You can find us and all of the information on that on Instagram at FRPrideVA, Facebook, FRPride, or our website, www.frpride.com. All of the information is on there. We also, we've got these events coming up. Come say hi. We're going to be doing our booth at Front Row Pride. We're going to be having a community Zine station. Zines, if you want to say it.
I think maybe people are getting into the Zines now. I don't know.
I don't know. I had a class one time, we fought about it, and now I say it different every time. But we're going to be doing that. Come take some pictures, draw some stuff, write something down. Just, we want everybody to be as involved as possible. If you have an idea for an event, send us a DM, send us an email. We're happy to hear all of it.
Volunteer, participate. I got it.
Oh, yes. We also have a few. Do you want to model for us?
Oh my gosh, can I stand?
So we have these lovely little t-shirts, sweatshirts. We have a bunch of tank tops as well. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for that. So we have our t-shirt sales are live on our website as well, which again Izzy's already plugged. But those we get a small percentage of the proceeds back for those if you guys want to end up repping us.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
T-shirts, long sleeves, and tie-dye.
Joan Mosi of Team Joni talks about how she thinks the vanguard of the Pride movement now is in the small towns. And I think that could be a really cool idea. All of you big city folks, let's buy the t-shirts from the small town prides and wear them wherever we are. I love that. Well, listen, Front Royal Pride, really so happy to have you. Thank you for bringing Pride to your hometown, for blowing people's minds, for giving them something that they never thought they'd see in a space that they never thought they'd be able to inhabit. I wish you all the very best of luck. And when is Pride this year in Front Royal?
July 26th.
July 26th. All right, you heard it here first. Thanks so much, y'all.
Thank you.